Welcome back to Sunday League Football. If you've been sleeping under a rock, then you'd be dead. In case you didn't know, Palmer's FC have expanded. We've got a first team and a reserve team now. And I did promise you a while ago I'd go over who is in which team. So should we do this? Let's do this. Starting with the first team. And what better place to start than in between the sticks? Our number one goalkeeper from last year is Jack. He's still here. But the big question is, can he beat his goal tally from last year? He only needs 2. Most Sunday League teams struggle to get a second keeper. We've been blessed with 2 for the past couple of years. And here is our second keeper for the first team. It is Lee. All 6'6" of him. I thought he was 6'7", but what's an inch between friends, eh? As explained previously, you don't just walk into Palmer's FC, you have to be referred. It's a little bit like the Freemasons, minus the handshake. And Lee's way into the club was through Tony. We heard some good things, and here he is. From in between the sticks to outfield, and we're going to start with some defenders. Introducing the nicest guy at Palmer's FC, it is Rich. He can play anywhere along the back, and I'm pretty sure we'll see plenty of him this year. Someone else that's back for another season is Dan, looking a little bit different. Should we talk about his weight loss? No, let's not talk about his weight loss. But he's back. Welcome, Dan. What do you mean you don't know who Graham is? Graham's been here since day 1. Admittedly, yeah, doesn't appear in too many of the videos, despite being here pretty much all of the time. Don't worry, I'm going to try and edit the video slightly differently to celebrate what the defenders are good at as well this year. New face alert, it's Ross, also known as Roscoe, and you will be calling him Roscoe. Centre back, and his way in, well, who doesn't he know? Tommy Tom, Kieran, Asa, Lee, Shane, plenty of chemistry. Another returning face from last year, it is of course Tony, and you might see him getting involved a little bit more this year, maybe on the Sunday League Extra. As you can see, lots of competition at the back. Shane joined us last year, he returns for this year. Be sure to let us know in the comments below what your ideal defence would look like. Moving on, we've got Tomo, our 10 AM beer drinker. Not too sure how much we're going to see of him this year. The injury that he got last year seems to be keeping him back, but hopefully he can recover from that. We'll see more of him soon. Tommy Tom returns for another season, one of the most composed midfielders I've ever had the pleasure of watching. This year's midfield options are very strong, I'm telling you. He's another one of the originals popping up. It is, of course, Luke, and he's going to be taking more of a managerial role this year, obviously playing as well, but he's going to be organising the team, and he's going to be doing that alongside Nick and Dan. I'll tell you what, I have missed Nosey bombing down the left-hand side. He's back for another season. I'm sure plenty of you will be very happy with that. But I've got to tell you guys, he's not the only Nosey in the team anymore. Introducing Josh, Nosey's younger brother, brought in by Nosey, obviously. Some might question he's got a lot to live up to, but I've seen the kid play. He's decent. He's going to be fine. He got injured towards the back end of last season with that dislocated elbow, but Kieran is ready to roll. I'm looking forward to seeing his aerial presence come into play alongside some of the other midfielders we've got in this team, including Elliot, who some of you still don't see the hype. Trust us, an absolute baller, and you're going to see it properly this year, I'm telling you. He also rivals Rich to be the nicest guy in the team as well. Kind of a new face, it's Lee. Came over last year for a couple of friendlies towards the end of the season. You liked him, we liked him. Good news, he's in. We're moving further up the field now. Connor's back for another season. He's banged some pretty important goals in down the years. Let's hope he can get a few more for this campaign. Next up, we've got Lewis. You might have seen him batting around in a few videos recently. He can play on the wing or up top. Loves a nutmeg, and he's backed himself to be top goal scorer this year. Another new face confirmed is Asa. Again, played for us in a friendly last season along with Lee. Knows a lot of the team already, and this lad's also got goals in him. If you want to talk goals and back it up, we've got our original. It is, of course, Nick. Back-to-back Golden Boot winner every single year. But the big question is, can he do it again? And there you have it for the first team. On to the reserve team, whereby I'm going to start with a few familiar faces. First up, in between the sticks, we've got Frank, always reliable, always turned up when needed. And despite wearing the number 13, he's going to be our number 1. Another familiar face for old school viewers, Sean's back. Used to be our number 1 goalkeeper in the first team. He's now come back, and he's going to be backup keeper for this year. May use him in a couple of cup competitions as well. It's important to say we haven't actually lost any players, so any old players that you haven't seen in the first team are now over here in the reserves, including Scottish Mr. Palmer's FC. He loves this club. Time for an original. It is, of course, was. I'm hoping to see a lot more of him in the team this year, although he has got the little man now, very busy with work as well, so we can't guarantee he's going to be there every single week. Here's another one. It's Wayne. Chances limited last year, and this is a big reason why we started the reserve team. We wanted to make sure the players that weren't getting the game time were still playing for us. We're all mates at the end of the day, so it's important to keep everyone at Palmer's FC. Well, the first team have lost, the reserve team have gained. The fastest player at the club. Is that still the case though for Sam? We might have to do another race soon with all the new faces. Another original is in the reserves. It is, of course, Liam. Been around since day 1, and I'm happy to see he's still rocking the orange and black shirt of Palmer's. Next up, we've got Kev. He's going to be running things in the reserve team this year, as well as playing if he can. I know he had an injury recently. Hopefully he can come back very soon. I told you, this isn't going to be a massive learning curve for you. Lots of faces that you already recognise in this team, including Too Good, who's hopefully going to bang in loads of goals this year. And now, a load of new faces, starting with Jordan. Plays at the back. knows plenty of us from school, and he's going to settle in absolutely fine. Old school viewers may or may not know Ainsley, but he played a few friendlies for us a couple of years ago, and we still get comments to this day saying, where's Ainsley? Well, here's the answer to your question. He's here in the reserves, and he was referred to the team by Sam. Moving on from Ainsley being the oldest in the squad, we're going to the youngest. This is Alfie, Sam's nephew, just 17 years old. I think it's going to be his first year in men's football, so it might take a little bit of getting used to, but he's a decent player. Did somebody ask for twins? We're bringing them. Hassan, Jamal, spelt with a C, brought over by Scottish, and in an upcoming Sunday League Extra, we go over some of the differences between these two. Moving on, we've got Charlie, already got himself very much involved in the club. Everybody loves him. He was brought over by Jamie, but I'm not actually going to include Jamie in this video purely because I don't actually know what team he's going to be in. It's not actually confirmed whether he's in the first team or the reserves yet. So if you're watching this, Jamie, let me know, yeah? And also, come along for your walk-on. One for the back line, we've got Pep. Real name Colin, but we call him Pep. Also brought in by Jamie, I believe. Next up, we've got Greavesy. You might have seen him play recently in our charity game up in Manchester. Can play at the back or up top, but either way, he's bringing the strength. Greavesy then went on to invite some more strength. We've got Gonzo, can play at the back, midfield or up top. He's pretty versatile, to be fair. One thing this side does lack is a little bit of height, so Gonzo is a welcome addition. Next up, we've got Bill, also brought over by Greavesy. Wing back, midfielder. Name's not actually Bill. It is in fact Lee, but we call him Bill. Work that one out. This lad goes by the name of Perry, brought over by Frank. You might have seen him before. Got a wicked left foot and right foot, to be fair. Let's hope he can go and grab some goals for us this year. And finally, has anybody seen Mike? Apparently he's playing for the reserve team. He's not yet turned up. He's not yet collected his shirt. He needs to do his walk-on, and we need to register him in time for the season because he is going to be massive for this team. But I'll go back to the original question. Where's Mike? And there you have it, people. Palmer's FC first team and reserves all put into one video. There's your names. There's your faces. You're going to get to know the new lads over time. But until then, don't forget to smash a like on this video if you're happy about having double the amount of content on this channel. That's a minimum of 4 videos from us. Sunday League Extra from the first team on Sunday, their game on the Monday, and then the extra for the reserve team is on the Wednesday with their game going up on the Thursday. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you are too. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.